because we're doing 3 months forecast. The first month will be July, the second month will be August, and the third is September. And I'm going to pull 4 cards. I just pulled 4 cards for you guys for July, my dear Libras. So what is happening here is that you're going to have a major transformation. And I'm talking about a metaphysical transformation, a cognitive transformation where you realize that someone was deceiving you. Initially, everything seemed kind of hazy in July. And again, we're talking about this month. And then you're going to realize that someone was being really deceitful, weren't really your friend, was actually your foe. You're going to recognize the deception. You're going to realize that it was all about money. Someone was not being really honest with you about money. And so you said, you know what, I'm done with this. And you decide to basically reflect on everything that's going on and say, I don't need this. I don't need this. So in July, the end of July, I would say you're going to let go of everything that's negative. You're going to let it go. You're going to move forward. And as you see here, right here, my dear friends, my dear Libras, you're going to move forward and you're going to have an amazing opportunity. You're going to have an amazing moment to say to yourself, I can still make money. I can still make money. I can still resolve this. Whatever I was just, being lied about, whatever the deception was, I no longer care. I'm done with this. It's kind of you washing your hands and saying, I no longer need this. A wonderful time for reflection. That is certain. A wonderful time for reflection, and that will happen at the end of July. You'll walk away from everything that's negative. Let's see what the cards say for you, my dear friends, for August. How will this work out and play out for August? So I'm going to move these cards like this. I'm just going to move them up like that. And so we're going to bring to the next set of 4 cards to see what's going on for August. Where does the journey take you? Okay, wonderful, 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 wonderful way to start. Wonderful way to start. Wow. Yes, you will need a lot of strength and you will have it. You will definitely have it, my dear friends. Okay, everything makes sense. All right. So, a lot of things happening. Look at this. Look at these beautiful cards. And you know how I like to take cards from, I want to make sure you see all of them from different decks. And I'm just going to move our little lamp, make a wish. I always want you to make a wish. Right, I'll rub it here for you and make a wish. So you can do that. All right, so a lot of positive things happening here, my dear friends. So what we have is that you're going to have, again, a moment of almost liberation. You're going to be liberated, emotionally speaking. You're going to be satisfied emotionally. You're going to have emotional accomplishments. You're going to have a great deal of strength. And there's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of enjoyment. Drinking, maybe, just don't drink too much. Because that could happen, right? We drink a little bit too much celebrating and then we regret it. And so we have amazing time where you are celebrating wonderful opportunity. I have a feeling that, in July when you leave everything behind and go on, maybe even actually physically relocate for some of you, you're going to be like in a great place. You're going to be emotionally in a place of, finally I'm at this place where I'm really happy. You're really satisfied emotionally, and you're not looking back. Then you have the strength. You tell yourself, I have strength. I've done a lot in my life. I have endured a lot. I've been through quite a great deal of turmoil, hardships, all of it. And it's time to celebrate. So it looks like, my dear friends, in August, you're going to be in a great place. There's going to be passion and any kind of shadiness, which I know that the devil card is here, but it's such a duplicitous card. It may indicate, based on everything that I see here, it could be drinking. It could be just like meeting with friends, having cocktails, celebrating, because that's exactly what's happening. You're going to be on top of the world. And we have the card Strength that represents that if and by any chance shadiness, any kind of negativity coming your way, you're definitely going to figure it out. You're not one of those individuals that are going to take time to really, think it over and over and all of it. No, you're going to say, I don't need this. But I do feel like it has to do more with your ability to be happy, with your ability to be in a good place. I do feel that you have the opportunity to shine. You're going to meet with friends, maybe celebrating somebody's birthday. But I feel like it's you celebrating life. You're emotionally in a good place, and then you're meeting with friends. And you have strength. You have this charisma. You have this ability to withstand a lot of negativity and still come on top of it. Wonderful cards for August, my dear friends. August is going to be a very powerful month for you. Okay, so we're going to move these a little bit up because we're going to be picking more cards for you here in just a little bit. Okay, let's pick from a different deck. You know how I love to mix and match, love to do that. So, and then the next cards going to represent the month of September. What does the month of September look like for you, my dear friends? Okay, let's see. Alrighty, we have a Queen of Wands. Alright, we have Hermit. And again, I will interpret the cards for you. A lot of positive things happening. I love it. I love your cards, my dear Libras. I mean, you have a wonderful forecast coming up. I'm so glad to hear it. I mean, look at these cards. I'm just going to move them over here for you so you can see them. So you can actually, our little lamp here, where you can see all of it. The friends, the celebration, the strength, right? All of it. The star. All of it, like that. Wonderful cards. Look at these cards. And guys, so what do we see? Where do I start? So, you're going to be having a moment to yourself sometime in September. You'll have a moment where you're going to have to maybe conversing with a fiery woman, a fiery, loving, very creative, spirited woman. And again, this is a Queen of Wands. So sometimes it's an older individual. Sometimes it's a mother. Sometimes it's a sister. Sometimes it's just a friend who has this maybe a guidance to you, or some kind of ability to get you to listen to certain voice of reason. But because of this woman, she will tell you to take maybe time away from everything and evaluate your life. Remember how you were in August, you celebrated with friends and you were emotionally in a good place. Well, maybe someone from that group will tell you to take time to yourself. I mean, you've been in July through a lot of turmoil. You've been through a lot of turmoil in July. And she'll tell you, go about it in a different way. Think about your future in a different way. Think about your life in a different way. Take charge. But this woman plays a big role in you kind of taking internally time to yourself, reevaluating your life, and through that moment on, you will come up with an idea that will be so great that you will shine, and you will shine through maybe an employer, maybe someone's lending you money, but I'm talking about a bigger entity because Emperor is here, the highest card in the Arcana, and this is our, superior court, our major court, right? Because we have the lower arcana, and then we have the higher one, and this is the major arcana, major influencer. He is huge, meaning this individual, the Emperor. He is significant. He is you see him on a throne, right? Being very powerful, Very powerful. He holds a lot of cards, a lot of power. He's the ruler. He's the authority, and it represents also your strength and power and your ability to be around that. Notice how wonderful this card is, because it is right next to the card that represents the star. And Emperor has that ability to make you the star. So in whatever business you're in, I mean, for those of you, my dear friends who are in the entertainment industry, this is almost like winning a lottery. This is like a major deal contract. For those of you who are not in that industry, it may indicate great opportunity. So for instance, let's just say that you always wanted to travel and finally you get this opportunity and then some. So a long-term contract. Amazing card. Your September will be amazing month, because after you're really evaluating your options, you're going to be introduced to a person that will make your life unrecognizable. Literally, in the best sense ever. You're going to be shining like the star. You're going to be recognized. So if if you have a ability to shine in school, university, employment, relationships, but this is more than just a relationship. This has to do with money. This has to do with power. This has to do with long-term success. This is one of the best spreads ever, at least recently. I love it, my dear friends. So this was your general spread. I'm going to pick 3 cards representing what's going on in your love life, and then one more card that will overall give us an oracle notice. But amazing cards, my dear Libras, amazing. So I'm going to actually pull them like this, because they are pretty phenomenal. They are pretty phenomenal, and I'm going to just make this like that so that we have only the positive cards, but pretty phenomenal overall. So again, I'm going to pick from 3 different decks. What's happening for each card will represent what's going on in your love life. And so for July, we have a King of Cups. Okay, the King of Cups right here. The King of Cups represents a water sign. So either you're dating someone who's a water sign, but this person is very loving, emotionally usually supportive, who is oftentimes could be your therapist, advisor, could be a very good confidant. A good place to be with this individual, because they're very soothing and very empathetic. A great person to be around, that is for sure. So this person in July is going to support your decisions. It's going to give you a lot of positive feedback. This person is oftentimes very sensitive to your needs. So all good things. Let's see what August is for your love life. And so for August, it seems like a lot of things going to be happening really quickly. A lot of things going to be happening really quickly, and it's almost like, oh my God, is this a good thing? And you're going to be also feeling really overwhelmed by everything, because this is 10 and 1. So a sign of kind of like, I have so much responsibility in this relationship. Perhaps it has to do with maybe your home responsibilities. Maybe you have kids and have to take care of them. So August seems to be kind of like you're feeling really like a lot of burden happening, and you're feeling overwhelmed by everything that needs to be done in a relationship, for your home, for everything that you have built so far. So you feel like there's a lot is happening, and it's quite overwhelming. Let's see what's going to happen in September for your love life. And again, when I'm talking about love life, I am referring to even those who don't necessarily have significant others. See how these cards play into your world somehow, some way, or it's going to happen in the very near future. So that is important to keep in mind. And then we have 4 of Wands for September. For September, we have 4 of Wands. I'm just going to move this right here. I want to make sure you see it. Okay, 4 of Wands. Okay, 4 of Wands represent that as you can see on this picture, is that it's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. It's time to really have a good time. You've worked so hard. You achieved so much. It's time to really be in a great place. That's what this card represents. I know it doesn't really look much because, again, every representation of the image is a little bit different from every deck, and that's why we need that kind of, I would say, clarity, kind of that fun way of seeing things. But what we see here is that this card right here indicates, it's your time to celebrate. It's your time to get to a place that you've been waiting for. Right? It's time for you to be in a place of happiness. It's time for you to take a moment and relax and kind of take a time to be happy. Remember, this is relationship, right? So you're happy in your relationship in September. And if you remember your card's overall reading, right, we have something amazing happening, and that is you're going to become a star. Major individual entity, experience, fate, whatever you want to call it, will lead you to be recognized, will lead you to be on top of things, will lead you to be in a good place. And so of course you're going to be celebrating in your relationship. But it's interesting how even though I'm taking cards from different decks, they also indicate that you're going to be in a good place in a relationship with your significant other. And for those of you who are not in a relationship, that may indicate that something will happen. Maybe you will meet someone and you will be celebrating. Maybe you will get to a point where you're like, okay, I think I know exactly what I need to do in order to celebrate. But definitely there's going to be a time where you could exhale and be happy. I'm going to take cards from our oracle, our French oracle, and the card that we have here, okay, right here, that represents change. Okay, and change meaning like you might be moving somewhere. You might be, I picked another card just to have more clarity. Okay, and the card represents what? It represents that you might be moving in with someone, maybe moving in with your significant other. Maybe this will be you're joining in marriage, maybe in more ways than you expected, right? So you're definitely going to be moving. For those of you who are not in a relationship, that may indicate that something amazing is coming your way. But definitely we have the card of lovers, and we have change, and change means maybe buying a house, a vehicle, maybe buying something together, loving what you have done, and being in a very good place with your friends. But this is more than friends. This is a big deal. This is relationship. This is your ability to be in good place with others. But mainly you are definitely moving up. And again, remember that card star in September. You're going to be the star of your life.